A mass evacuation this morning along Australia's southeastern coast, with bushfires looming and extreme danger ahead. A heat wave expected to push temperatures over 1.
People don't really understand it until you actually see it coming at you in a wall of flame. The fire still came at us, even though we were very well prepared. There were over 200 firefighters here from various areas in Australia that were helping us to fight the fires.
We begin tonight with the U.S. and Iran on the brink, and the president alerting Congress tonight the U.S. will respond with force if Iran retaliates for the drone strike that killed top Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani. Tehran vowing swift revenge on American soil and announcing they will no longer abide by the uranium enrichment limits in the 2015 nuclear deal, a move which could put Iran on course to accumulate enough fuel for an atomic bomb.
A dangerous virus is spreading rapidly in China, and U.S. officials are very worried that it could come here.
Yes, people here are understandably very nervous.
Since Friday, the number of known infections across Asia has more than quadrupled, with cases confirmed in China, Thailand, Japan, and now South Korea, which reported its first case this morning.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what...
2 patients from the same family in England have tested positive for coronavirus. The first cases to be recorded in Britain. The number of worldwide cases of this new virus has now surpassed the numbers in the 2003 SARS epidemic.
In Washington, D.C., a street just blocks from the White House, now painted in the words of our country's call for justice. The city putting Black Lives Matter in giant yellow letters on the street. You can see them there. Those words stretching 2 city blocks near the historic St. John's Church. It's the same church where President Trump took a controversial photo on Monday. The mayor of D.C. also renaming a street near the White House Black Lives Matter Plaza. Protesters marching in downtown Los Angeles today, and they're laying roses on the steps of the Hall of Justice.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents, millions quarantined with whole cities in lockdown.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. This is a look at workers removing the Johnny Reb statue this morning that sat on top of an 80-foot Confederate monument in downtown Norfolk, Virginia. The mayor says the statue will be relocated out of concern for public safety. Protesters across America are tearing down and damaging memorials that they say honors racist figures from history. Chip Reed is in Richmond, another Virginia city where Confederate monuments are under attack.
Protesters took to the streets of Tehran Saturday, burning US and Israeli flags and chanting, "No compromise, no surrender, just war with USA." Iran's supreme leader promised retaliation for the killing of the Islamic Republic's top nuclear scientist. Fakhrizadeh's death has the potential to provoke a confrontation between Iran and its foes during the final weeks of Donald Trump's presidency, and could also complicate any future efforts by President-elect Joe Biden to ease hostilities with Tehran.
Our headlines today: as Joe Biden tightens his grip on the White House, Donald Trump makes more unsubstantiated claims of voting fraud.
We have no doubt that when the count is finished, Senator Harris and I will be declared the winners.
The explosion rocked downtown Nashville, shattering the quiet of Christmas morning. From the air, the scale of the destruction was clear. On the ground, streets looked more like a war zone.
"2020 has been a challenging year for the entire planet. There is no one that has not been affected in some way by global events." But with all the bad news, there are always positive stories that we can focus on. Even in the worst of times, humanity has proven their compassion for others. People all around the world have stepped up for their fellow man in times of trouble. It's easy to focus on the negative stories and forget that there is good in the world. As we say goodbye to 2020, let's look ahead to a brighter year in front of us. Plus, there are always dollars.